Hello, beautiful people. Honest Am here, the creator of the Honesty Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for a pick a card reading. And this is going to be what is your block pick a card reading. So if you are brand new to this channel and you've never seen a video, hey, welcome, hey girl. Why don't you go ahead and subscribe? Just subscribe. Go ahead. Do it. Go ahead. No, I'll wait. All right. So look, this is a pick a card reading. This is kind of like a play off of how I typically do our monthly readings. I really focus on the blocks the things that are blocking our path to realizing our dreams. So as you see in this picture, as a thumbtack, you'll see the pile. There's going to be 4 different piles. I'm going to have the time steps down below, angel number 46. But let me give you an idea of these piles. There they go. Bam, bam, bam. Bam. So you see I did them. The only reason why I did them offline is because it just would have been better. I didn't want to waste a whole bunch of time. So let's go ahead and get right into it. At angel number 106, we're going to get into pile number 1. So I'm going to put these other piles to the side. I'm going to keep their little crystal on it. I hope I don't remember. This is pile 1, 2, and 4. Okay. Pile 1. I've been carrying this a lot. So pile 1, ooh, your starseed card is you're evolving into a higher state of consciousness. You are ready for this. So the message that I get right away is that you are currently right now in an ascension process. So right now, if you find that there's just a lot of chaos, a lot of turmoil in your life, it's only happening because you're breaking brand new ground. So God is just saying, stay focused, stay focused. Stay on the path. Know that life is always working out for you and know everything is going to turn out okay. But what's blocking you currently is destiny. And this destiny is this is our neutral cards. And as you can see, there's kind of like 2 little boys going in front of their elders. And when I get this, I'm hearing a meeting with destiny. But I feel like maybe the block that is happening is that you are, because you're in this process of ascension, because of a lot of things that has been kind of just happening in your life. Right now, I feel like you're a little nervous to answer the call of destiny. I feel like you don't want to really go on this path, and I feel like your apprehensiveness of going on this path was really blocking you. Maybe you don't feel like you're worthy of it. Like maybe you don't feel like you deserve it, but I feel like I'm hearing God say that you have lived a long, hard life and that you are more than worthy of realizing your dreams and having the things that are meant for you. So don't be afraid of going through this transformation. This is a transformation stone. I'm not going to lie to you and pretend like I know the name of it, but I know for a fact this is a transformation stone. And I feel like what God is saying is, and it's so funny that you selected that in this ascension at the bottom, like God is saying, allow yourself to go through this transformation because what's going to happen is going to transform you into the person of your dreams. And you're going to have a meeting with destiny. Angel number 315. Your attitude towards your blockage is the Queen of Pentacles. And I want to say that it was actually the Queen of Pentacles. I want to say it was the Queen of Pentacles reversed, but we're going to just read it upright. And the Queen of Pentacles, what do you see when you see this? I see this is a woman who is kind of like honing in her power, and she knows that her power is coming from her center. So if we're thinking about as the chakras, we're thinking about it as the solar plex chakra. This is where this is. It's actually kind of... It seems like she's like holding at her solar plex chakra, but then it's also affecting her heart chakra. And so I feel like the message that I'm getting is that God is saying, just allow yourself to open up your heart, allow your heart to lead. And I feel like you are kind of in this place of where you are allowing your heart to lead. And so angel number 444, just keep walking that path. Keep allowing your heart to lead, because as you allow your heart to lead, what it's going to do is attract all of those resources into you. This Queen of Pentacles is a very business-minded person. So if you are in a business, if you are either creating a business or you want to have a business, this will be a perfect time to start that, because you are just kind of just at this place where you're realizing your power. You're realizing that you are on the path of realizing your destiny, and just this is your journey of ascension. Like that's this, I can't even say anything else. Like I feel like you're just in a place of where you're having like a journey of ascension right now. Yeah. Your card that came out, I asked God, the way that I approach this is I asked God, what was your current block? Your current block is destiny. And so I feel like right now, with this being a block, I feel like, but with this being a block and you feeling like the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like you are feeling powerful. You're feeling sure about yourself. No, you're feeling powerful, but you're just unsure. There it is. Angel number 511. You're just unsure on if you're going the right path. Are you going the right way? And maybe you pick this card, this reading, because you just want to know that you're going the right way. And God is saying, yeah, it is going the right way. I feel like what also is happening is that this is happening so effortlessly, and you're just like, why? This feels like it should be harder. Like maybe I should be doing something more. That's what it is. You feel like you should be doing something more, and God say no. Like when you are in flow, it's ease, it's synchronicity, it's effortlessly, it's things falling into your lap, people coming into your life, you attracting things, you tripping over money. Like, and that's the area that you're in. So don't start, fucking up your vibration, like looking around, trying to figure out what's going on. Just know that you're great. The tool that God wants you to use to keep on this path of walking your destiny, and keep on your path of ascension is knowing that you are here. Welcome to planet Earth. You are here to seek joy. And that's why it's so effortlessly. That's why it feels this way, because you are doing what you're supposed to do. When you are going against what you're supposed to do, that's when you get all that chaos and turmoil, and it's so hard, and it feel like no matter how much you work, you can't get anywhere. That's when you're going against the grain. When it's easy, when it flows, that means you're in flow. If we were talking to you on your first day here, we will say, welcome to planet Earth. There is nothing you cannot be or do or have in your career. Oh, excuse me. Let me start it over. Angel number 638. If we were talking to you on your first day here, we will say, welcome to planet Earth. There is nothing that you cannot be or do or have. In your work here, your lifetime career is to seek joy. As you think thoughts that feel good to you, you will be in harmony with those. As you think thoughts that feel good to you, you will be in harmony with those As you think thoughts that feel good to you, you will be in harmony with who you really are. And in doing so, you will utilize the profound freedom. Seek joy first, and all of that growth that you could ever imagine will come to you joyously and abundantly. Angel number 721. And so what God is saying is that, yes, the reason why it has been feeling effortlessly is because you're in flow, you're in your path, and God is saying, keep allowing it to do that. You're here to seek joy. You're here to have fun. So either you're doing it or you want to do it. If you want to do it, God is saying, walk this path out, allow your heart to lead, do things that make you feel fun, and all of those great things will come. If you are doing it, God is saying, congratulations, keep doing it. The reason why it's a little crazy and rocky right now is because you're on your road to ascension, but keep allowing your heart to lead, and it's going to lead you to your destiny. If you take this attitude that you're here on earth to seek joy, this is the blessing that's going to come to you. The blessing of patience. A blessing comes disguised as a setback or delay. This card is confirmation that you are on the right path. With patience and perseverance, you will reach your goal. All is accomplished in perfect time. So what did I tell y'all? Y'all was on the right path, and I love when things like that happen. But as I was saying, you're on the right path. You're doing the right things. Continue to pay attention to the things that bring you joy. If you've been working very hard, just take a break. Go do something fun. You never know. Other things can come just from you doing things that are fun. But what God really wants you to understand is that you are on your path of ascension. And right now, you're just walking it out. So stay patient. Know that even if you haven't seen the big rewards, they are going to come. And they will come if you continue to know that you are here to seek joy and know that you are in the journey of ascension. So walk as though you're the queen of motherfucking pentacles. All right, group one, that is all the messages I have for you. I hope that it was beneficial for you. If so, please give me your key takeaways down below. If not, at least give me a thumbs up. Until we meet again, I'll see you around. Angel number 905 is your last one. Namaste. Take care, group one. Good luck on your transformation in your ascension journey. All right. What's up, group two? How are you guys doing today? So I'm actually just going to pull your cards right on out. So the first thing I ask God is what is a current block right now? What is the block that is stopping you from reaching your destiny? And the card that came out, your Starseed card that came out is inner world. Your external world is a reflection of your inner world. What came up was vanity for you, group 2. And so with the vanity, this is all about your throat chakra. This is about speaking your truth. With the inner world and your external world, I feel like what God is saying is that your world, the disconnect, while you're not seeing the fruits in your labor, the fruits of your labor, is there's a disconnect between what you truly want and what you say that you want. Like, you may put on this certain disguise to the outside world and say, oh, I'm this type of person. Like, you may put on a disguise that you're like this business minded. There it is. You may put on the disguise that you're this free thinker, you're free flowing, but you're actually this super structural business minded person, and that you're driven and you're hungry and you're not so free flowing. Like, somewhere around there. Or maybe the other way, that you're disguised as a business minded person, but you're actually a hippie, deep down inside. What God is saying is that the reason why you're experiencing so much chaos in your life right now is because you are not being true to yourself. You're not standing into your ground. Maybe it may be because, to your community, to your family, you're the successful one, even though you're miserable inside. And so what God is saying, angel number 1111, in order to get the transformation that you want, in order to get the life that you need, you have to speak your truth. You have to not only speak your truth, you have to walk in your truth and walk in the way of your dreams. And so what God is saying, if you want your world to change, then you have to go inwards. You have to ask yourself, why am I not being honest with myself? Why is there this disconnect? Why do I have a hard time with speaking my truth? Why am I so worried about how I look to the outside world? Once you do all of those things, then, you do all those things, reconcile it within yourself, and then your external world will change. Your attitude towards it is the 7 of Swords. And so when I see the 7 of Swords and you see there's a woman here and she has a sword behind her back and there's like all these other swords out there, for some reason I just get this attitude of you just being like sneaky. Like, again, like it's just like, I don't even want to say sneaky. It's just like not honest. Like, you're just not honest with your communication. And maybe it's not, and I don't even feel like it's like I don't feel like it's like you're manipulative or anything like that. Like, I feel like it's kind of like you're just a people pleaser, honestly. I'm sorry, but I am getting the ideas that you're just like a people pleaser. And it's like, you're going to do whatever you have to do and you're going to say whatever you have to say to not rock the boat. And so that may work like to your, external world. Like, it may make everybody else feel good, but inside you feel like shit because you're doing stuff that you don't want to do. You're really betraying yourself at the end of the day. And so what God is saying is that you got to do this work of like reconciling the two, of like really understanding what you want, why do you want it, and how you're going to go about getting it. In order, I asked God, what is the tool that you can use to overcome this vanity and being sneaky and this, like, how can you allow your external world to reflect your internal world? God is saying you need to become more aware of your feelings of money. So let's explain this. That's why I was getting this idea that like you're successful to the outside world. Like, people look at you and they're like, oh, you're the shit, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, no, I'm not. I feel like shit inside. Like, I really feel like it's just like this disconnect. Like, people look at you and they see you so happy and so like all of this good stuff, success, but you're just like miserable low key. That's sad. That makes me sad. Many people protest when we explain the power of telling the story of their finances as they want it to be rather than as it is. Because they believe they should be factual about what is happening. But if you continue to look at lack for what is and speak of what is, you will not find the improvement of that you desire. If you want to affect substantial change in your life experience, you must think thoughts that feel different as you think them. And so what this is trying to just get you to understand is that, like say for example, you don't say for example, you have come to this conclusion that my external world, like, okay, I'll be honest, like my job in accounting, like I don't like it. I don't want to do it. And for me, I'm actually at this point where I feel like it no longer reflects who I am. Like, yes, before in my past, I did accept a lot of chaos, a lot of turmoil. I did allow people to treat me any type of way and talk down to me. But I'm not in that place anymore. And so I don't feel like, and I feel like that's why I'm like, so, I worked through it, but it's like, that's why I think Monday morning I just woke up and I just wasn't feeling it, because I'm like, this is not a reflection of who I am. And maybe it's on me to keep, go down within myself and figure out, like, why is this job still in my life? Is it in my life because I'm accepting some form of this, or is it in my life because I haven't asked for something differently? Like, sometimes we are in our situation because we haven't asked God, or we haven't even tried to, when I say ask God, it's not a matter of being like, hey, God, should I do this? But it is a matter of being like, hey, I don't want this. I want peace in my life. I don't want to live in chaos anymore. Sometimes we have to say that out loud. Like, I want peace in my life. I no longer want chaos. I no longer want to accept chaos. Our answer, our response, our job then is to whatever the next thought is, whatever, and it may not come right away. It may come the next day, but it's like we have to start walking in the direction of what we do want. And so for me, because I feel like I'm losing you, for me, when I told myself like this job, engine number 1606, is no longer an accurate reflection of who I am, I said out loud, God, I no longer want this in my life. I want peace in my life, in every area of my life, in my work life, in my romantic life, in my friend. Like, I want peace. I no longer want to operate in chaos. And every single day, I make decisions and I make choices to show the universe that I'm no longer operating in that way. What does that mean? That means that if somebody does some fuck shit to me, I'm not just going to accept it. I'm going to be like, oh, this person is not a friend. This person is not a friend. This person is an associate. So let me handle you as such, because I am no longer allowing people to treat me any type of way. Meaning, when I'm on my job and somebody, gives me some stuff, do this right away, do it ASAP, I say, and they haven't given me any of the information that I need, I say, oh, if you provide me X, Y, and Z, I have no problem with fulfilling this request. Letting them know that it's not on me to do your fucking job. You need to do your job. And this doesn't make me a bitch. It doesn't make me shitty. It doesn't make me difficult or any of those other things, because I am pushing it back to you, because you're not going to just throw shit off on me like I fucking work for you, or like I'm walking around waiting for you to give me something to do. No. That's not how I operate. And I don't want anybody to treat me that way. And last example, I have been blocking off my books because I have been trying angel number 1640, trying to get myself in the habit of, putting out these videos, regularly, consistently. And so I've been getting people that reach out to me like, oh, can you do a tarot booking? And a couple of times I was just like opening up my books and allowing people to book. And I had to ask myself yesterday, I said, is that how you're going to operate your business? Are you going to allow other people to tell you when you're going to run your books? Or are you going to stick to what you said and say, no, my books are not open right now. I will give you a message when they open up. Again, everything is about you doing the work inside to tell the world how they're going to treat you. You have to decide that for yourself first before the world is going to come along and be like, oh yeah, girl, I'm going to sign up for that. Okay. All right. So I asked God, what happens if, we go through this process of figuring out, why does our external world operates the way it is? Like, what is it within ourselves that we're accepting the chaos and the turmoil within? What happens if we do begin to, focus on what we do want and not on what we do want? What if we start to put our attention on how we want things to be? And that's where let me just cap that message off. I had to tell myself that, yes, this job no longer reflects who I am. It no longer reflects how I want to operate in the world, but I am doing something about it. I'm working on my other business. I'm working on this. I'm doing, it's like I am trying to push myself away from this environment. I'm not just accepting it. along in that journey, and as I'm on the job, I'm going to treat people, I'm going to show people how to treat me. And then in my business, I'm going to set boundaries and not be afraid to stand up for myself and tell people no when I don't have the time to do it. You see what I'm trying to say? It's not about me focusing on I'm still in an accountant, this is it's on me saying, okay, I don't like this. This is how I'm never, what I really been saying is like, I would never, ever want my employees to feel this way. I would never talk down to my employees. I would never tell my employees, do this right away. Like, it's just, to me, it's just a certain attitude that you have to have when you want people. When you like people, you work for them differently. When you actually you actually like the person you're working for, you work harder for them. When you don't give a fuck about them, you're just like, I get to that shit when I get to that shit. You stop working. If I'm off at 5, I'm off at 5. And whatever the fuck your request is, it's just your fucking request. But if you like somebody, you may be like, oh shit, let me go ahead and do this for her real quick. It's all about how you act. And for some reason, America has gotten people to think that just because you have some type of job title, you can treat people any type of way, or you can talk to them any type of way. And it's like, bitch, this is just a job. At the end of the day, when you walk on the street, you're just a regular motherfucking person. You can't take that title with you. You ain't walking around with that title with you in the street. And that's how I had to tell myself that. I'm like, yeah, you may be in this job, but that don't mean that you're going to allow people to talk to you any type of way. I don't give a fuck what your goddamn title is. I don't give a fuck what you can sign off of. You're not about to just be like, and do this right now. No, bitch. You gonna wait until I have the capacity to do it. If I don't like you. All right. So God says, if you start to set boundaries in your life, if you start to really sync up and allow yourself to be true to yourself and to really walk in your truth, no matter how it looks, God says you're going to get an infinite blessing. Blessings flow to and from you endlessly, expanding in all directions, filling you with the healing light that guides you. Blessings flow to and from you, endlessly expanding in all directions, filling you with healing light that guides you upon your blessed path. Rainbow light flows from your heart, creating infinite peace. So what God is saying is that if you go inwards, if you deal with all this stuff on the inside, angel number 22, you go inwards, your whole world will change. And it ain't got shit to do about nobody, coming to themselves and realizing their privilege. It's you taking that power back. And you reflecting your world. So God said, you go inwards, you realize what you want, you focus on what you want and not what you don't want. You be honest with people, you set boundaries, you stand up for yourself. Infinite blessings and opportunities will come your way. All right, group 2, that is all the messages I have for you. Really stand up for yourself. Really allow yourself to go after these dreams. Really, if you're not satisfied in your life, only you have the power to correct that. Only you can decide which way that you really want to go. Nobody, not even your husband. If you ain't learned from Lovecraft, if you haven't watched it, go watch Lovecraft. If you haven't learned from that, like, your husband nobody's going to stop and be like, hey girl, are you okay with your life? Nobody's going to say that because everybody's so busy in their own life. Nobody is going to do a RYP. Nobody is going to do a fucking internal assessment and be like, hey girl, do you like how your life going? Do you like the direction your life is headed in? Let me help you out. No, you got to do that on your own. So will you? All right, group 2. Have a good one. That's all I have for you. Bye. 2330 is your last one. All right. Oh, angel number 111. I feel like I'm supposed to be doing this. All right. Group 3, what's up? How you doing, group 3? How you doing? How you doing, group 3? How you doing? How you doing? It's like, no, why am I so silly with y'all? Who's in this group? Why y'all got me acting all silly? Oh, no wonder. No wonder I'm acting so silly, group. What's going on with y'all, group 3? All right, so group 3. This message is all about me asking God, what is the block that is going in your life? what may be stopping you from reaching your full potential, what may be slowing you down, what things that you may need to work on to help you along your path. Those are all the things that we're dealing with right now. And your starseed card that came out is magnificent. No wonder I came on like, hold on, y'all. Okay. No wonder I came on like, because y'all just so silly. I like y'all. I like you, group 3. I like y'all. Hey, girl. Okay. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique, but most importantly, you are enough. Ooh, group 3. I like that. I like that. Impartiality. This impartiality is what's blocking you right now. And when I see this, the message that I hear right away is that it's like you wondering if you are doing the right or the wrong thing. I feel like right now you're kind of going back and forth. And so I'm like, I literally just wrote an article about this. So I don't know. Dang, it may not be in the archive yet. But I'm gonna put this in the notes eventually when I put it in the archive. But I literally just did an article called Social Media Social Media Triggers and Projections, the thing about Cardi being Offset. Yo, I gotta learn these titles. I need to create a list of my titles. But anyways, I feel like you're currently in this place of where you are like weighing your options. You're going back and forth. I feel like you're like, do I do the right thing or the wrong thing? And what God wants you to understand, life is not about doing the right or the wrong thing. Life is about doing something. Okay? Angel number 2550. This impartiality is all about the gray, it's all about the gray chakra, which is actually really dealing with more with our crown chakra and dealing with spirit in the way that we connect with spirit. And what God is trying to get you to understand is that you got to follow your heart. It's like you are enough. You have to follow your heart. And God is saying it's not, don't get worried. This is the thing. Okay, here we go. I feel like you're having right now, you're at this moment in your life where you're having this hard time on making a choice. And instead of making a choice, you just deciding to not do anything. You just decide to keep going back and forth. And you going back and forth, it really just makes you stagnant. Like it doesn't help your situation anymore. Like you can't ignore it and hope that it's going to go away. Like you're really going to have to like make a decision. Like you have to make a decision on which way you want to go. And what God is saying is that it's not about you making a decision on what you think is the right thing to do. Because sometimes the right thing to do and what we think is the right thing to do, they're different. They're not always the same. And so God is saying, don't worry about, because I feel like you're like this type of person who you really like play to the rules of life. Like I feel like you're by the books. You don't, you're not a daredevil. You don't like rocking the boat a lot. Like, but you're a fun person though. And I feel like you just like you want everything to go good and you want to be viewed as a good person. But I feel like what God is saying is that this is not about whether you're being viewed as a good person. This is about your life. This is about you taking ownership of your life. And for some reason, I'm getting this idea that there's this person. This is very random, but I get this idea that there's this person that you want to be involved with and that you love. But like the outside world, like this is how I always say it. Like, if I don't care about what anybody else say, like if I lived in this world totally by myself and it was just me and that other person, what would my decision be? And I feel like you would go with that person, but because you don't think that way, you're not going along that path because you don't think it's the right thing to do. And God is trying to get you to understand there's no right or wrong thing. Like you just do, you just follow your heart and you just trust that it'll work out in the long run. If this is not about a relationship, I also feel like this could be about just like living life and like going after your dreams and like just making this decision. I feel like for some reason now with these pentacles, about money. Like I feel like it's like you want to, because you want to have wealth, because you want to have a legacy, you want to appear a certain way. Maybe you may put a lot of money into like your appearance and stuff like that. And you're not allowing yourself to actually live life. I feel like for others of you, because it's like a 2-part message. One of y'all, it's about love. And God wants you to know you're worthy of love. Don't worry about the outside world and just go after it. For the other you guys, it's about your money, and it's about you being such a penny pincher, and like you being so focused on, living the right life and living life by the dreams that you're not really living life at all. Like you're not doing anything. You're just kind of like getting up and going to work every day. And God is saying that you're not meant to just get up and go to work every day. Like you're meant to live life and live life abundantly. Also, last thing, I really truly feel like, because I really truly feel like this message is for just anybody. So whether it is, whether it's a job, it's a relationship, anybody, if you pick this message, if you pick this pile and you're going back and forth, I keep getting this back and forth because of this Two of Pentacles. This is your attitude towards your block. If you keep going back and forth, God is saying, don't worry. The impartiality, don't worry about what's the right or wrong thing to do. Worry about what feels good for you. And just know that even if you take the wrong path, the universe will constantly rearrange itself to make sure that you are on the right path. So God is saying, know that you are worthy of love. Know that you are worthy of living the life of your dreams. Know that you're worthy of wanting everything that you put your mind into and that you desire. And if you know that, and if you take that attitude that if I just make a step, whether it's the right step or the wrong step, you will eventually end up into the life of your dreams and the life that's meant for you. Angel number 3040. The tool that came out that God wants you to use is I can have money and freedom too. A feeling of being overwhelmed, which is you going back and forth. A feeling of being overwhelmed is your indicator that you are denying yourself access to the manner of cooperation that could assist you if you were not disallowing it. As you begin to feel freer regarding the expenditures of time and money, doors will open to you. People will come to assist you. Refreshing and productive ideas will occur to you, and circumstances and events will unfold. As you change the way you feel, you access the energy that create worlds. It is there for you, ready access at all times. So if you're feeling overwhelmed about this choice that you need to make, then God is saying that you're denying something that is true. Like you're denying yourself something that's not being completely true to yourself. So if you're, like it says, a feeling of being overwhelmed is your indicator that you are denying yourself access to the manner of cooperation that could assist you if you were not disallowing it. So it's like you're so overwhelmed by the choice that you may have to make that you're not making a choice at all. And God is saying you're denying your natural rights so that you can have money and that you can have freedom too. So I get this idea of like, you want to go on a vacation, but you're just like, I can't go on a vacation. What's going to happen to the business? What's going to happen in here? Should I be wasting my money on this? And God is saying like, you're here to have money and freedom. Like you're here to live. Like you're just here to live. And so I'm not going to keep rambling on and on. I just feel like you just need to make a choice. Like the group 3, make a fucking choice. Stop going back and forth. Stop trying to worry about what's the best outcome for everybody, and just stick to your heart and do what's true for you. If you do that, if you know that you can have money and freedom too, if you allow yourself to feel like you can have it all, then this is the blessing that comes to you. A crystal clear blessing. You are soon blessed with great clarity. Your destiny is calling and your soul is shining. It's infinite wisdom. You are blessed and protected and guided in all that you do from this moment on. So to wrap this on up, what God is saying is if you're going back and forth, you're unsure about what you should do, what God is saying, know that you're worthy, know that you are deserving of everything that you want. Don't make a choice on whether it's the right or wrong thing to do. Just make a fucking choice and move. If you do that, if you move with this attitude of not being overwhelmed, but knowing that you can have money and freedom and love and abundance and opulence and food and whatever you want, then you will have a crystal clear blessing, and you will be blessed in all that you do. So God is saying, stop staying stuck. Just make a choice and know that the universe will completely rearrange itself to make sure that you end up on the track that is for you. All right, group 3, angel number 3348. That is all the messages I have for you, group 3. If you made it to the end of this message, please give me your key takeaways. If not, at least give me a thumbs up. Don't be afraid to make that choice, group 3. Jump out there. Bye. Whew, man. Group 3 almost took it out of me. All right, group 4, what's up? Group 4, what you doing? All right. I ain't even there, group 4. You say I'm not even there. All right, group 4, how are you doing today? So this message is all about what's currently blocking you from realizing the life of your dreams, that's blocking you from reaching your destiny. Woo, baby. And group 4. So I asked God, what's stopping you? Where are you at right now on the path of your dreams? And what God is saying is the universe, you've been getting signs. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicity. So group 4, I feel like that lately you have been getting a lot of ideas. Like maybe you have been, just getting daydreams of you, walking on television sets, or maybe you've been thinking about this movie idea or thinking about this book that you're going to do, or maybe you've just been like redesigning your house and you're like, oh, I got the design bug, or maybe you've been doing yoga and you're like, oh, I want to do yoga for real. Like you've just been getting all of these signs and synchronicity, and it's all because the universe has been trying to like urge you to go on this path. You have not been happy. I feel like you have not been happy in life. Not even saying that you haven't been happy in life, but I just feel like you've just been like, like no real excitement. You've been wanting something different, and I feel like the universe has been trying to give you these signs and synchronicities to get you something different. But what's blocking you is complacency. Like you won't move. You just, you won't move. So it's like, honestly, group 4, like, do you want different? Do you really want to walk this path of your dreams, or do you just want to stay in your little world? And if you want to stay, and I don't even want to call it a little world, if you want to stay in your own world, if you don't want to do anything else, then go ahead. I don't even feel like you'll be watching this video. So I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like what it is that you're scared. And what God is saying, this red card is it's grounding, and it's our root chakra down at the bottom of our feet. And so it's like you're unsure about yourself. Like you are unsure about even how to start this even start this journey. And like it's like you want to do it in your heart, but it's like you haven't done it. Angel number 6050. It's like you want to do it, but it's like you're so scared of the unknown. And I feel like God is saying there's no need for you to be scared of the unknown. There's no need for you to just stay stuck in your little world. If you want to go on this journey, if you want to, change your life, then you have the power to change your life. You have everything that you need, all the tools possible. So if you have been getting an idea about a movie, then it's not saying, oh, I got to go find somebody to get these resources. Like you have it all within yourself. So just go within and tell yourself, yes, I'm going to make this change. I'm going to walk this path, and allow yourself to walk this path. But I feel like, though in the past you have been very complacent, though in the past you haven't really been, somebody who's wanting to edge out, I feel like you're changing. I feel like you want to do things differently. And I feel like lately you're starting to see your power. You're starting to think about all those times of when you thought about doing some different adventures and you put yourself out there and how it changed your life. And I think you're slowly but surely getting this message because you just want the confirmation that you should be following this path, that you should be walking this out. And I'm going to say, yes, you should be walking it out because you have everything you need within you. You've already done what you've done in the past before. You've seen everything, what will happen. You see how your life will go if you stay, if you keep walking this path with the way things been. Do you like it? No. You don't want it to stay this way. So go ahead, walk on those paths, listen to those, follow up on those signs, follow up on those intuition nudges. Intuitional nudges? Is that right? Is that even a word? Follow up on your intuition and it'll lead you to where you need to be. Ask God, what is the tool that you can use to kind of help you overcome this block? And what he said is, I can create both time and the money to enjoy it. So maybe that has been why you've been a little a little hesitant of walking this path is that you're like, I don't have the money to do this. I don't have this. I don't have the access to fucking Hollywood. I live in Detroit or I live in Iowa. And how am I going to possibly do it? God's saying, stop thinking about what you don't want and just focus on what you do want. Ignore your reality and focus on the life that you want to dream, that you want to create, which is the life of your dreams, right? Let's do it. Many of you tell us that you are so busy making your money that you do not have time to enjoy it. But when you rely on your action to create, often you are too tired to enjoy your creations. Once you not only understand the power of your thought, but deliberately direct this tool towards the direction of your things that you desire, then you will discover that the action part of your life is the way you enjoy what you have created through your thought. And so what God is trying to get you to understand is that, like I was saying before, it's never about something outside of you. It's never about, you putting yourself out there. You happen to go get it. You do the work inside. You go ahead and cultivate it inside. Angel number 40. I was recently listening, and maybe not recently, but I realized this because I wrote it in my journal, but on 2 different occasions. Drake said this back in, it was when Nothing Was the Same. I think that's when that was out, and he was on a press tour, and he said, I think was it Angie Martinez, or maybe it was Peter Rosenberg? I don't know, it was one of them. And they were asking him, like, what advice do you have for young artists? Like, what do you tell young artists to go after dreams? Like, how do they put themselves out there? How do they get noticed by a Drake? And he was just like, you just be good. You just be good. You just be good, and your talent will find your way. Beyonce just recently did British Vogue. Was it British Vogue or was it American Vogue? I want to say it was British Vogue. And again, the somebody asked in there, what advice do you have for artists? Just be good. Just be good, and people will find your way. And I operate a number of 3s. And the last time, my third person who told me this, because this is something that I had to come to understand. Like, that's why... Y'all go read the Honesty List newsletters. Like, I'm really trying to help y'all. Like, I'm really trying to share y'all my journey of ascension. But I really had to go through that process because I spent, was it last year? It was right before we went on quarantine. But I spent so much time working on social media presence and getting people to get to my newsletter. And then one day I got like 100 people signing up, and it felt so good and it was so amazing. And I didn't even have a newsletter because I was so focused on the social media stuff. And so that taught me that it's not about having all these people come, because if you don't have the product to serve these people, then what's the fuck is the purpose, right? Angel number 4145. And so the third person that told me, because I operate in synchronicities and rules of 3, what's her name? Damn it. Is it Jasmine Lawson? No. Damn, I can't even think of her name, but she worked at Netflix. And she helped acquire pretty much all the Black shows. Pretty much, I can't think of her name. I think it's Jasmine. Yeah, Jasmine B. Knowing. I think that's it. On Twitter, but she was just like, I really want to just let people know that people that excel in their careers is never because. No, she was like, social media has people messed up and feeling like they need to be on panels and all of the social media stuff, but the people that are truly successful in their careers are successful because they're just good. So I say all this to say that whether you want to create a film, whether you want to make a CD, and I don't make CDs anymore, make an album, whether you want to create a body line of lotions and scents, don't worry about the outside world. Don't worry. I know people say, oh, you gotta know who you're marketing to. I don't give a fuck. People don't know what they want until you fucking provide it. So don't worry about any of that shit. But instead, go inwards. Focus on what you're trying to create. Focus on the fun of creating it. Y'all, I'm sitting in my house in this beautiful ass dress. I'm not going nowhere. I literally put this dress on to do this video because I wanted to feel pretty. I wanted to be happy. I wanted to put energy into this because fourth person, and I didn't even try to find a fourth person. Big Sean, I just listened to his interview with Jamel Hill, and he says what you put into it is what you get out. The world has us fucked up with thinking everything's about action, but I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you that December 21st, that the superpowers, these are the superpowers that got activated, and it's the superpower within yourself. We're moving out of the masculine way of doing, and it's more feminine, which is more intuitive, which is more going with the flow, which is more going inwards, which is attracting things to you, not finding things. And so group 4, I say all of this to say that if there's anything that you want to do, whether it is create a movie or if it is design a fashion line, whatever the fuck it is, I don't give a fuck what it is. You can do it. You have the resources, you have the tools, and all you have to do, as God has been trying to nudge you, is take those baby steps. 4440. Take those baby steps. You take those baby steps, blessings will come to you. I ask God, what happens if you start to come out of your complacency? What happens if you continue? What happens if you come out of your complacency? What if you realize, start following those signs and synchronicities, start moving when your intuition tell you to move? What if you start recognizing your power and realizing that you have the power to create both time and money to enjoy it, and that you can become the alchemist of the life? What comes to you? God says this will come to you, the blessings of omnipresence. Whew, bad motherfucker. Breathe in light and breathe out any unwanted thoughts. Dwelling on what has been or what might have been serves no purpose. Feel the healing omnipresence light that surrounds and fills you. Focus on the present for it blessing. Breathe in light and breathe out any unwanted thoughts. Dwelling on what has been or might have been serves no purpose at all. Feel the omnipresence light that surrounds and fills you. Focus on the present, for it is blessed with infinite possibilities. So what God is saying is that I don't give a fuck what you ain't did. I don't care if you ain't go to school for it. God is saying if you put your time, your effort, your intention, your energy into creating something, blessings will come. People will come. The audience will come. Y'all don't think it hurt my feelings that these videos be having 4 or 2 views after I put all of this time and energy into it? It sucks. You don't think sometimes my A brain be like, oh girl, you need to figure out how to get more people to look at your YouTube channel. But then I have to always step back and remind myself, my job is just to show the fuck up. My job is to put my energy, my time, and my attention into this. God job is to bring the people. It's to turn it all around. I can't focus on what's going on in the outside world. I got to focus on where I'm going. And so what God is saying, come out of your complacency, group 4. Come out of it. Come out of your comfort zone. Go into this journey of the unknown. Know that you don't have to go to school. You don't have to enroll into a course. You have everything that you need inside of you to start this journey. But it all starts with a single step. Whether that's writing the first line, writing the first rough draft, and then that's what I did. I wrote my first rough draft in my book, then was trying to have everybody write it, and then I went to go look to see how a real book was, and I was just like, oh my God, I wanted to physically go into everybody's email and delete it. I was just like, I hope that first draft never see the light of day, but you gotta do it so you can see it. It felt good to see that it's possible, and then I was like, okay, now how do I make it the best thing ever? Just go on the process. Go on this journey. Get your money, okay? This life is for you, okay? All right, group 4, that is all the messages I have for you. Angel number 4750. If you made it to the end of this message, please put me your key takeaways down below. If not, at least give me a thumbs up. Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never, ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. I am done with my pick a card reading. See you guys next month.